Okay, a bit nervous. This is probably actually the biggest day of my life, so I'd like to thank you all for coming. I'll try not to steal the limelight. So I'd like to thank you all for coming. I'd just like to take this opportunity before I begin Clark's character assassination to make a toast to the bridesmaid, Rachel. She's looking absolutely fabulous, I'm sure you all agree. I'd also like to mention how great the wedding has been so far and how beautiful Louisa looks. I'm sure you all agree, she looks absolutely stunning. Yeah. And thanks to Louisa's parents, David and Linda, for hosting such a wonderful occasion. Now, I've known Clark for the best part of 28 years. And I think it's only fair before I begin to let everyone know on Louisa's side of the family and to remind the ones and ours that I am not actually the older brother. It's been a topic of question all our life, and I'd hate anyone to be wondering that on Clark's big day, because it really does annoy him. But I am the taller one now. I mentioned that this was a big day for me, and it is. I am truly honoured to be Clark's best man. When he first asked me, I thought he was joking. Because for most of our childhood, I have been that annoying little brother from hell. The brother that would never stop teasing and winding Clark up through his entire life. As soon as I realised he was serious, I soon understood the importance of the task. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is right here, right now, this speech. Do I continue to be that little annoying brother? I tell you all the embarrassing stories that I have on Clark? Or do I take the high road and only mention the good points? I tell you, it's been a few dark days trying to work out what I should do, what I should say, and what I shouldn't say. And so, I have decided not to tell you about Clark's strange fetish at the age of 3 involving stripped down and tied up Cindy dolls. Nor will I tell you about the night, late one night, my father got a phone call when Clark was age 16, late one Friday night, something about 10 pints of cider. Nor will I tell you that the only thing Clark has ever smoked is a Tetley tea bag whilst camping. Nor will I talk about Clark's ex-girlfriends. Oh, sorry, that's smudge, I thought that was an S. Girlfriend. It was Simone and he was age 10. I will tell you, though, that for the first 5 years of Clark's life, I called the groom Clarky. I generally thought that this was his name. And when he turned around to me one day and said, "My name is not actually Clarky," I was devastated. I was rather upset. I'd always preferred it. So for the remainder of the speech, I'm bringing Clarky back. Aww. Clarky has always been different. Clarky was always one step ahead in the trend of the fashion state. In primary school, he was the only child to be wearing Jesus sandals long before they became fashionable. So long, in fact, that we're still waiting them to be fashionable. On the first day of secondary school, the all-important day that shapes the next 5 years of your life, determines friendships and social learning, Clarky turns up wearing his bottle green blazer. The only bottle green blazer in the entire school. His courage and determination to wear that blazer, loud and proud, came from one place and one place alone. But I think he's thanked Clark's mum already. So. That's Gillian. Clarky has always been safety conscious. Many times I would hide in shame in the backseat of the car as we grew closer to the school gates. Clarky, loud and proud, would be wearing, sitting in the front, his crash helmet, all strapped up, safety conscious. Why, I hear you ask, I still don't know. Clarky was always better than me on the BMX. I remember one day, he was about 9 or 10. We were down by the seafront at Morecambe, both on our bikes. Clarky was speeding around the playground, going as fast as he could, jumping over everything whilst wearing his pink fleece, his pink and green hat, think watermelon on your head, and that's about right, and his lovely mullet flowing over his shoulders. And these local boys were looking in awe, and they turned to me and said, "Wow, your sister's amazing on a BMX." You must be well proud. indeed. I look back at my childhood with my brother Clarky, and I think of all the times I made fun of him, and his hair, his shoes, his clothes, his walk, his run, and his girlfriend, and I'm still embarrassed. But not now at Clarky, but I'm embarrassed about the way I behaved, and the things I said. I look at Clarky now, and I see the man he is, the nature he has, his good temperament, kindness and loyalty, and his ability to always form the opposite opinion of any discussion I have. He takes these characteristics and utilises them in his career, where it matters the most, to the people that deserve it, giving the old and the ill the respect they deserve, whilst at the same time telling the doctors, paramedics and surgeons how to do their job correctly. I see him now and I'm proud to be his younger brother. And Clarky, I want you to know that whenever I take the piss out of you from now, because it will continue, that it's not because I'm embarrassed, but it's because it's out of love. Oh. So here's to my brother, a better man than me, but for at least for one day I can call myself the best man. I wish Clark and Louisa all the best now and forever. As you go through life together, always love each other, respect each other and be there for each other. Never forget to say I'm sorry when you've messed up, and never go to bed angry. Now I've been married for 3 years, and I'm sure all the other married couples agree that that's a load of bull. It's just a formality. Just something to get you started. You'll be doing well if you pass the first year. I think me and Ali lasted about 3 months. However, one of those rules will always apply. Never forget to say I'm sorry. Unfortunately, this only applies to the groom. It really is something you get used to. In fact, I'll be even saying something of sorry that I don't even know she's mad about anyway, so I'll just say sorry. And so, Alex, I'm sorry for this speech. And I'm sorry for the state I'm going to be in the morning. Do we always mean it? Of course we do. But seriously, you're both wonderful people. It is easy to see that Louisa brings the very best out of my brother, and I'm sure Louisa's family feels the same. I know you two are made for each other, and I wish you all the happiness in the world. So everyone, please join me when I congratulate the bride and the groom. Oh. Congratulations. Congratulations. And that's it.